What was a loophole that you found and exploded the hell out of? My college charged $8 per bottle for water in the dorms, while our dining hall was a 15-minute walk across campus. They claimed it was premium filtered water with electrolytes, but it was literally just marked up Dasani. The worst part? Our ancient dorm had non-potable water that tasted like rust and metal. Everyone was forced to buy their overpriced bottles or risk getting sick from the tap. The real scam was our RA Marcus, who'd write you up for having outside beverages if he caught you with water from anywhere else. 3 violations meant losing your housing deposit, $2,500 that most of us couldn't afford to lose. He'd patrol the halls like a prison guard, checking rooms during wellness inspections and confiscating any non-campus water bottles. After spending $240 on water in just 2 months, I was broke and furious. That's when I did what no college student ever does. I actually read our housing contract, all 47 pages of mind-numbing legal text that nobody bothers with during move-in. Buried on page 23, I found pure gold. Students may possess and consume any beverages that comply with local health department standards for human consumption. The key word was beverages, not specifically campus-approved beverages. I researched our county health department standards for bottled water. Turns out, any water meeting FDA bottled water regulations automatically qualified. This included literally every major brand sold at grocery stores, gas stations, even dollar stores. The next day, I walked into my dorm carrying a 24-pack of generic water bottles that cost $2.99 at Walmart. Marcus spotted me immediately, clipboard already in hand. "You know those aren't approved campus beverages," he said, blocking my path to the elevator. I pulled out my printed copy of the health department standards, highlighted and tabbed. Actually, according to our housing contract, page 23, any beverage meeting local health standards is permitted. These bottles exceed FDA requirements. His confident smirk faltered as he read my documentation. "Well, I'll need to verify this with housing administration," he muttered, clearly hoping to intimidate me into backing down. "Perfect," I said. "I've already emailed housing director Patricia Wong with the relevant statute citations. She confirmed my interpretation this morning. That was a complete bluff. I hadn't contacted anyone yet, but Marcus didn't know that. Word spread faster than a dorm fire drill. By the end of the week, students were hauling cases of water from every store in town. The campus bookstore's water sales dropped by 90% practically overnight. Housing administration went into panic mode. They sent out an emergency clarification email claiming that only campus-approved hydration products were permitted, effective immediately. I was ready for this. I'd spent the weekend researching contract law at the library. I found another beautiful clause on page 31. Mid-semester policy modifications affecting student expenses require 30-day advance notice and student council approval. I forwarded my research to the student council president, who was already furious about the water monopoly. The council voted unanimously to reject the policy change and demanded a formal hearing. The hearing was scheduled for the following Tuesday. Housing brought their lawyers. I brought my highlighted contract and a folder of precedent cases from other universities. "Mr. Chen," Director Wong began, "while we appreciate your research, the intent of the beverage policy was clearly to ensure campus safety standards." I opened my folder calmly. According to Stevens versus University of Michigan, retroactive policy enforcement violating existing contracted terms constitutes breach of housing agreement. The university was required to pay damages of $847 per affected student. The room went quiet. Their lawyer whispered urgently in Wong's ear. "Furthermore," I continued, "the original contract specifically references local health department standards, not campus standards. Attempting to override county health regulations could violate state oversight authority." Another urgent whispered consultation. "The student council has also voted to investigate the markup practices on essential goods," I added. "Charging $8 for $1 water might constitute exploitation of captive consumers under state consumer protection law." Wong's face had gone completely pale. "We'll need to review the situation comprehensively." 3 days later, every student received an email. Effective immediately, students may possess bottled water meeting FDA standards. Campus store water prices reduced to $2 per bottle. Marcus was transferred to a different dorm the following semester.